Hi everyone, next up on the list of install videos for me to do with RockTrooper is going to be a mounting area for my HiLift jack. As you can see, I'm currently without a tire carrier for the spare. I'm currently debating which one to go with, so until I do finalize on one, I do want to keep the HiLift with me out on the trail just in case I do happen to get a hole in one of the tires. I'll still be able to take it off, patch it, and again get it back on. So I need the HiLift jack with me. So a couple HiLift jack mounts that I have seen, you know, it range anywhere from like 80 bucks to 100 bucks, and I really didn't want to spend that much on a temporary solution. So I was able to get a HiLift 4X rack mounting system. This is it here. Let me see if you can see it. And let me see if I get the part number for you guys. There it is right there. Part number 4X400 from HiLift. I picked this up for 20 bucks at a swap meet, and I figured it would be a good temporary way for me to mount it until I can finalize again on that tire carrier. So my install is going to be maybe a little bit unique for me. I'm going to mount it right to the deck for the security cargo lid. I did measure it out, and it will fit across this back part right here next to the back seat, and allow me to mount it in there and get me easy access in case I need to get to it. So I'm going to show you what comes with the mount. Pretty simple. Two brackets for the mount. These brackets are actually going to go on top of the HiLift, and when you put these wing nuts down, it's going to press down to the HiLift onto these mounts. It comes with all the hardware. You get the 4 bolts for each, 4 nuts for each, wing nuts, 2 mounting brackets, and the 2 braces for up top. Now the additional parts you're going to need, at least that I got, are going to be 8 rubber grommets. They're going to be the 9/16. Let me see if I can show you that. There you go. These are going to be used for the mount to the deck lid. And I also got additional rubber spacers here, and these spacers are actually going to go onto here. And when I put the HiLift mount on there, it's going to sit back on this, and I'll put another one on top that'll go into this, and that'll prevent any type of rattling that may go on when I'm going high speed, or even when I'm off trail or on the trail. You're going to need a center punch. You're going to need a 7/16 inch socket. This is going to be for the mounting nuts here. I'm actually going to need 2 of them, one for the nut, one for the bolt. And you're also going to need a, see if I can see it here, 3/4 inch socket. Socket's going to be used in order to tighten down this nut to the mounting bolt that's going to go through the HiLift jack. And you're also going to need a drill. For me, I'm drilling it through the deck, so I'm using a 5/16 inch bit. This is going to be allow me to drill a hole big enough so I can put in this rubber grommet that goes into the security deck. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So I've already measured out the areas where I'm going to mount the brackets, and I use a center punch to mark lines. I don't know if you can see it, but here's the center punch. Maybe we'll see a little bit better on the video. Here's one here, here's one here, there's one right there, and there's one right there. So now all we're going to do is drill them out. Alright, after we have all the holes drilled out and cleaned, we're just going to use a couple of the rubber grommets to feed in between the holes. These are going to be where the mounting brackets mount down to the deck lid here. So you just work these in. Alright, so now we're going to mount the brackets up. So we're just going to take the bracket and use the hardware provided. We're just going to kind of feed this in loosely because we want to put the HiLift on, make sure everything lines up with the other side before we tighten everything down. Alright, so you can see here we have both brackets installed. They're just loose right now because we want to get them lined up and put the HiLift jack on before we tighten them down. So I'm going to take the rubber spacers now and put them over this bolt, so the HiLift jack will sit down onto this this rubber spacer. Now we're going to take the HiLift jack and just mount it up. And I'm just going to line it up with the tie downs here. Everything looks straight. Now we're going ahead and just tighten them up. Alright, now that we have the brackets mounted down to the deck lid, final piece is just to put this brace on top. Take the wing nut, put it on, spin it around, and tighten it down. There we go. Alright, we got everything mounted up. Just want to do a quick walkthrough and show you guys what I did. So you got the braces attached to the security deck. You got the wing nut with the bracket or the brace right here, which holds down the HiLift jack. Everything's pretty sturdy. Doesn't look like it's going to shake, and if it does, with the rubber grommets, it'll cut down on the noise. And there it goes. So it doesn't take up too much space. Kind of out of the way. And it's accessible if I need it. I did want to show you guys one thing. So there is, on the bolts right here, you see that it is drilled through, so you can actually put a security line, metal cable, or whatever you want through here, lock it up. That'll help prevent this from being stolen, especially if you leave it outside or if you're away from it for a long period of time. I might do it, I'm not sure. I don't leave it alone too much on its own, especially without the top off. So just want to let you guys know. There it is.